Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we got the crypto market here still trying to push its way up. Bitcoin up to 94.04, up 1.28%. Ethereum 183, up 1.03%. And XRP trading at 0.296, up 0.35%, guys. As you can see, the market cap up here for the entire crypto space is 249.6 billion. And Bitcoin dominance, it's been going up and down. Right now, it's sitting at 67.9%. If we go here to the charts, this is XRP on the hourly. We saw a bit of a move. We saw a bit of a push yesterday. Okay, after profit takers were taking profits, we saw a bit of a push. Now coming back down. Now starting to make its way up. So XRP trying to find that sweet spot at about 30 cents. And guys, as you can see, if you look at the Bitcoin chart, we're going to see a carbon copy of this. Essentially, the same kinds of pattern here. This is Bitcoin on the hourly, and we're seeing the same kind of thing, right? Yesterday, a bit of a move up. Right now, coming down again a few hours ago, now trying to push its way back up. Starting to find that sweet spot as well. Bitcoin hit 10,000. Profit takers were taking profits at that mark. It's a great psychological number. It's the first 5-digit figure for Bitcoin. So people thought, 10,000, great profit-taking opportunity, especially since we were down to the $7,500 mark. But we got to keep our eyes focused on volume. We got to keep our eyes focused on the news and what traders will do next. It's great to see this push. This is the first step in the right direction, folks. And you got to keep your eye on this thing daily because anything can happen. As you know, anything can happen. I've made videos where, within 30 minutes of me uploading a video, the market pumps 10%. So get back to the computer, make another video about the market pumping. This is just par for the course in cryptocurrency. It's crazy what is possible, but I think that that's part of why we're all in the space, right? And speaking of craziness in the cryptocurrency space, Jungling posted this. So this is the document that seemed to have been the document for the reason why Stuart _ XRP on Twitter was indeed shadow banned from Twitter and banished from the XRP community. As a result of that, it is a document with regards to Ripple and the Central Bank of Mexico. A lot of people chiming in on this. One person down here, Hodl Style, that's at Hodl Style on Twitter, mentions this. The contents of this document, so he took a snapshot from the document. The contents of this document are confidential and may not be used, published, or redistributed without the prior written consent of Ripple. So could this have been the reason Stuart XRP was banned? Could it have been another reason? Apparently there are some other people who were banned as well from the XRP community. So it looks as if Jungling is posting this document to kind of test the waters to see if Twitter will ban him as well for reproducing this document, although some people in this thread are mentioning that, maybe it was confidential, but now that it's out, it's no longer confidential, so you will not be banned for it. Nevertheless, an interesting experiment. So that's Stuart XRP, but apparently Stuart XRP has now signed up for a new Twitter account, and it is XRP _ Stuart. That's the handle. This is Stuart XRP, and he wrote a statement here with regards to his banning from Twitter. Guys, I will link Stuart's new tweet, or rather new Twitter handle in the description. I'm going to follow him. He already has 544 followers back, so if you guys liked what Stuart XRP was tweeting, you can follow him at XRP _ Stuart now on Twitter. I just wanted to do my part because I hate seeing this kind of thing. So there you go. We've also got Bull Run Wonka here on Twitter, evidence that the world is getting more curious about digital assets and Ripple is leading the revolution. Hodl XRP Wonka knows. XR Patriots know. This from Peter Vass. So a tweet here from Peter Vass at Peter Vass6 on Twitter. Ripple on Google search is up 43% this week. This is as per the Google searches for Ripple. And so you can see it here in this line graph, up 43%. Guys, you just wait until those numbers pump even more. We are going to start to see massive wave of people getting interested in Ripple and XRP. Once there is more news in the space about, the entire world becoming regulated and the entire world being connected by RippleNet. It's going to take some more time, but that's when the majority of people will jump on board with XRP. I think we are just lucky because we have done our due diligence beforehand and are, not wasting time with this investment, buying in sub $1 levels. And I say $1, it seems like it's been forever since we saw the $1 price point for XRP, but, even sub 30 cents now, a really great time to buy XRP creeping up to 30 cents. As I showed you guys earlier. So right now trading at 0.296. Still a great time to buy. I always tell people sub 30 is such a great place to be because just because of historic demand levels. We really haven't gone past sub, 25 cents. I mean, we have dipped in, but then it's shot right back up again. But that number is a strong level of support there. So anything sub 30 is really kind of a gift, in my opinion. We got this XRP Crypto Wolf on Twitter with regards to China studying blockchain and AI for cross-border financing. Not going to get into it too much. I will link the article in the description for those of you guys interested in this. We know China's a big player in the space and they could have a lot of influence on how a lot of this shakes out. And so you got to think with China's president saying that cryptocurrency is safe and sound in China, and China being the second largest economy in the world, you got to think to yourself, that is going to have an influence on what other countries decide to do with regards to cryptocurrency, especially if they're going to be doing business with China. And China is going to be using blockchain and artificial intelligence for cross-border financing, as they put in this article here. This article to me is more kind of aligned with the idea that we will see cryptocurrency regulations sooner rather than later. I mean, we know they're already in the works, but this is good because an influential country that is already looking at this can only mean good things for the rest of the world, for other countries, looking for guidance, looking for the guidelines that they need. We're all thinking that the United States would be that country. Unfortunately, so many other countries are doing this before the United States that it seems as though, we're going to have to follow what the trend is around the rest of the globe in order to be congruent with other world economies, so on and so forth. I saw this from the Daily Hodl. Ripple now has 50 billion XRP in escrow, says fourth quarter sales will remain at a steady pace. So nearly 2 years after cryptographically placing 55 billion XRP in escrow, Ripple now has just over 50 billion left. The latest update on Ripple's website shows the company has 50 billion and 13 XRP locked up, to be exact. Ripple first sent the original 50. Okay, so it gives us a bit of the history on that. Since the inception of the XRP ledger back in January of 2013, about 43,248,091,671 XRP have been distributed to entities other than Ripple. In its third quarter XRP market reports, Ripple said it sold 50.12 million directly to institutions and 16.12 million on crypto exchanges. And we heard this when the market report came out. Those numbers represented a steep decline from the previous quarter. So Ripple not selling as much to the ecosystem. Therefore, the supply out there will be scarcer, trying to regulate, the flow of XRP. Until there's the demand, until there's the need for it, we kind of don't really need it in the ecosystem. It just kind of floods the market, and the price therefore doesn't reflect XRP's true value. Anyway, all the numbers are here. You guys can read up on that. We know every month there is 1 billion XRP released into the ecosystem. Sometimes if they don't use it all, just place back into escrow contracts. Nevertheless, I saw this on Twitter from MacAttack XRP at MacAttack XRP. MoneyGram is looking to use XRP solutions in more places as soon as possible. MoneyGram is seriously looking to increase the speed of these payments as well as create more related scenarios where the payment giant can use XRP and in new countries as well. So thanks so much, MacAttack XRP, for posting this. So this is an article from Xi Crypto. MoneyGram is looking to use XRP solutions in more places as soon as possible. And you got to think to yourself, if you're MoneyGram, you already have those corridors open around the globe. You already have the infrastructure you need to move money around the globe. All MoneyGram is waiting for right now is for that regulation to kick in, and they're kind of at the mercy mercy of world governments. So international money transfer firm MoneyGram is currently looking to expand its services as well as improve on the efficiency of the XRP-based part of its cross-border offerings. According to Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, MoneyGram is seriously looking to increase the speed of these payments as well as create more related scenarios where the payment giant can use XRP and in new countries as well. So this is good news because we know that they like using XRP to source liquidity. We understand that from their perspective, it's so much more efficient than how they used to do business. So speaking at the FinTech Week 2019, Garlinghouse revealed that MoneyGram's CEO Alexander Holmes reached out to express his desire for Ripple's services to grow faster and wider. Garlinghouse revealed that based on the success of MoneyGram's current use of Ripple's on-demand liquidity, Holmes wanted Ripple to expand the option to many other places where MoneyGram's services are being used. Garlinghouse said he wants us to launch on-demand liquidity, formerly known as XRapid, in more markets more quickly because they're having such a good experience with Mexico that they're like, look, we want to spread this more quickly, more aggressively. The Ripple CEO has, however, explained that while this is a great step forward in the right direction, it might not be the easiest thing to do. On-demand liquidity allows banks and other financial institutions to maintain useful levels of liquidity, which facilitates cross-border transactions and payments with ease. This means that a bank in one country can easily send its own fiat to another country and have it converted to the receiving country's official currency using the feature via XRP. But here's the kicker that I just mentioned. However, for this to properly work, Ripple has to be fully on board with authorities and regulators in both countries, and this has to be done before the feature can be floated in a new jurisdiction. Guys, this is what I've been saying for a long time. Ripple is ready to go. They're even now, partnering up with companies that are already established in the money transfer space, in the cross-border transaction space like MoneyGram. But you can't use ODL in every country because every country's rules are different. And so we need that sweeping regulation to come to pass in order for XRP on-demand liquidity to be a viable solution across the globe. This is why, when I see things like China looking for blockchain, looking to use blockchain and AI for cross-border financing, it's an important step because we know China, for example, has more influence than a country like Laos. Just throwing a random Asian country out there, as an example. Okay, countries with larger economies hold more clout worldwide. That's why it's so frustrating that the United States still hasn't hammered out their own cryptocurrency regulations to be able to jive with the rest of the world. I can see it now too, right? Alex Holmes, nudging Brad Garlinghouse being like, hey, so we gonna do this? We gonna do this? Brad's like, yep, we're all ready to do this. Holmes is like, okay, then let's go and do it. Brad's like, yeah, but the world's not ready for it yet. Such a frustrating prospect when you're both ready and raring to go. Anyways, guys, XRP going to be one of the most valuable cryptocurrency assets on the planet. That's my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.